hmm there are a few software companies that just came to mind. It could have been that somebody went to the bathroom. Yes. Could you get all the individuals that use eBay and any online auction sites? Yes. And every IP address of every individual that said, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell products right now. I just want to know. Now, there was Meg Whitman. Yes. A blonde haired woman right now. As I remember it, this idea of controlling the consumer. Yeah. Well, I'm in the antique business and I wanted to buy all the antiques that are worth less than $50,000 so that I could just destroy them. And then the antique industry, yes, would only be available to those that can afford more than $50,000. Now, it seems like a huge waste of money, but let's say I wanted to grow the market in antiques. I spent approximately, $10 billion buying up all the cheap, and then I just destroyed it all. I decided to turn it into hot tubs. Yes. Now, somebody's been doing some consignments, haven't they, in antique stores and shops? Oh, there's Centralia, where I was there and I was working for, was my own company called Prospecting 22. Yeah. And somebody said that I was a pedophile, that I was a child abuser, that I had raped my wife right now. And everywhere I went, people would look at me like, what's your problem? Pooh. Well, some of my family, really, Aunt Lori, yes, would always show up and say, well, we have to cut them off at the pass. We have to cut them off at the pass. Yes. Well, my thought is, I want to know all the online antique traders, yes, and all the online consignment websites, yes, and then every IP address and every email address and all the actual desktops of all of those, yes, that buy or sell through any auction, antique, or consignment website. Now, somebody's been laundering a huge amount of money. Huge. Isn't that right, Aunt Lori? Yes. See, you all had to do your own thing. Yes. And my thought was that every time that you buy and sell with the intent of tax evasion, yes, you should be, yes. Anytime I have the actual evidence of anything criminal, ooh, look at this. Historic sheet music plays to national pride. We're Custer, soldier boys. Word and Music by Vernon T. Stevens. Yes. Somebody had took legitimate industries, right, and told them, I, is it really a flea market there, dog? Yes. Well, why don't you get me all the county fairs? We're having a county fair in Clallam County right now. I thought I owned the fairground. Poop. So get me the electricity usage, the internet, yes, all the vendors, right, and right now. I thought I owned the county fairground. See, my thought was, yes, that I would send out huge teams, yes, of individuals that would show up in a truck. Yeah, they'd have a scale on it, yes. And after you had won all your ribbons, you would sell your livestock to me if you wanted to sell it, yes. I'd pay you the market price, and then I'd haul it away from each and every fairground of the United States of America, and I'd put it out to pasture, and they could sniff each other. And if they found each other attractive, they could breed. Oh, you wouldn't have any papers. They'd be like a cow, yes, a rabbit, a chicken. Now, a lot of people say, well, I wouldn't just eat cow, I wouldn't eat a bull. No. But I got to thinking about the cowboys. How many women would wear cowboy boots? Yes. I find a woman that adds 2 inches or maybe 2.5 inches. I was thinking high heels around the house and maybe a garter belt, some stockings. No. A wedge that did lift your breasts so that you are so attractive. But in the 1940s, they didn't have cowboy boots. Really, really, really. Any woman that would wear a dress, that would wear cowboy boots, that just had the right amount of inches there, it would be so. Give me the county fairgrounds and clown. No. Give me the county fairgrounds and the electricity and the water, and the sewer, yes, and the ticket sales, yes, because I want to know, did you just, well, I want every county fairground, yes. I had planned to fix them up to what they used to be when they were first built, yes. And I thought that they should all be renovated back to the original blueprint of how they were designed, yes, except they had some innovations and some charitable purposes. Now, when we really look through it, this consignment, yes, it could be considered money laundering. Now, you always have to pay, yes, and there always have to be a way to pay so that nobody can account for the taxation of all the income you've been receiving. I'm gonna want to talk to Marilyn about this because I'm not going to the fair because I don't have my family, yes, and I don't have any money because nobody. Sheriff, we'd like to know all the vendors of the Clallam County Fair this weekend. And then the internet access available. Yes. And then I'd like to know, did you bring in some special? Is the family visiting every year at the fair? For every one of you that decide to bring a bag of money with you, yes. I had heard that it was a bag of cookies and $10,000 for every show where you did have a conversation with me. Oh. And I thought that some women should be on house arrest within 2 miles of my physical location for approximately the next 2 to 5 years because they got paid to torture me. Now, for a lot of them, living in a hotel, it might not be 5 star, it might be 2, 3 star in whatever nation that I'm in. But I wanted to have them available as bags so that I called them my personal bags. See, I bag my witnesses. Yes, I pay their living expenses, and they're useful to me when prosecuting right now. Now, these individuals that are involved in the corruption of bribery, somebody had to bring the bag, didn't they? I mean, somebody had to bring the bag. Yes. And right now.